Hello everyone, welcome back to YK Reviews and welcome back to another weekly entertainment news video. We're going to be deep diving into some Scream 7 updates, first look at the Godzilla TV show, small little update on the Beyond the Spiderverse movie, along with some other movie news. So let's get straight into it here. Now, if you are new to the channel, if this is the first time you're watching this, welcome to the channel. Do me that favor, hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on these. We do these every single week, movie news, TV news, video game, even sometimes Lego news. So if you do like that type of content, consider hitting that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of these videos. And also, as per usual, timestamps will be in the description down below. Any news in particular you want to skip around to, anything you're more interested in, timestamps will be in the description down below. Now, before we go into any of the other news that I've got on the agenda here, I just want to introduce the newest member of the Lego family. We've got Captain Rex here. I did a video and a short of the Lego speed build, so if you're interested in that, I'll link that somewhere around here. You can go on the channel and also check out the video if you want to see how I built this. But this is one I'm super proud of. I am thinking of doing the Wolverine claw one. I'll put a picture somewhere around here. Let me know if you want to see that video on the channel. I'm most likely going to be doing that sometime next week. But let me know your thoughts about the Lego. The reason why I did this one is in the build up to the Ahsoka show, which is going to be coming out next week on Disney+. However, we have got some early reactions when it comes to the Ahsoka show. They screened the first 2 episodes, which is going to be also releasing on Wednesday the 23rd. And the reaction, I've got to say, really is getting me hyped for this show. I'll read out some of the reviews here. So you've got Star Wars Game Changer, surpasses Andor and will win several awards. Great cameos, epic action, gorgeous visuals that will soak up your pants. Not just another TV show, it's the best Disney Plus series ever. A fitting end to her journey while also setting up what's next. Another one showing up here. Ahsoka is fast, fierce and full of force. This is some of the best Star Wars I've seen. The first 2 episodes are full of epic lightsaber duels and thrilling chases. Every performance is excellent, especially Ray Stevens, who is sorely missed. Another review we've got here is Ahsoka is a dream come true for Star Wars Rebels fans and an exciting reunion for my favourite character in the galaxy. I've seen the first 2 episodes and while it trades whimsy for more serious tone, the performance and the action are stellar. Sabine is perfect, a very promising start. And then one more we've got here. The first 2 episodes of Ahsoka are a lot of fun, especially for the fans of Rebels and Clone Wars. I love Ahsoka's fight scenes the most. The first episode is written and directed by Dave Filoni and is one of my favourite of the 2. Definitely more serious in tone. This is some good Star Wars. Now reading this, again, it's getting me really pumped to watch the show. I'm really excited about this. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of the Clone Wars and the Rebels animated show, so I'm so excited to see this. I was looking a lot to make sure that there's any, because it all was positive basically. So I was trying to see if we could find any negative reviews, and I got to say I had to look a long time just to find one. But this is as close as I could find to the negative reviews. So you've got here, if you didn't watch Rebels, it will be difficult to follow the story and understand the character dynamics. And though there are some slight canon issues, I still had fun with it. So it'll be interesting to see what Dave has in store for us, that's Dave Filoni, in the Star Wars Ahsoka show. That's the only one I can find that's sort of like mixed to negative, is that if you haven't seen Rebels or the Clone Wars, you might be a little lost when it comes to like the character dynamics, which honestly, if you haven't seen Rebels, really highly recommend it. It's an amazing animated show. But that's one thing. And then the only negative, like really like negative review I could find, I had to scroll for about 7 minutes looking for it, but this was the only negative I could find. And this one is showing here that the first 2 episodes of Ahsoka are a mixed bag, a gorgeous grafted continuation of the world and the characters from Star Wars, the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels mixed with mediocre writing. The characters are not investing yet, particularly the villain. Great potential. So while it's got negative aspects, it's sort of praising the show as well, but that's basically the only negative I could find, which really does look promising. However, it's giving me similar vibes to like the Flash movie when it came out. So while I am excited based on the reviews, my expectations, I'm setting them at a pretty medium to high bar. Obviously, you're gonna have to see it for yourself just to see what kind of show we're looking at, but this looks very, very promising. So I am really excited. However, the first 2 episodes are one of the longest episodes. Again, like I mentioned in the Secret Invasion show, the formula with these Disney Plus shows is starting off with the longest episodes and then slowly the episodes just get shorter and shorter, with the pacing towards like the last half of the show really rushing the finale. So hopefully this isn't the case. Hopefully it's not a promising start, mediocre, middle, and then a flat finale, but we'll have to wait and see. But let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section down below. What your thoughts are about these reviews, what your thoughts are about the Ahsoka show. Are you pumped for it? Will you be checking it out? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now for the next news story we've got here is that they released the first teaser for the Chucky TV series. Now I've been planning the series to review for nearly a year now. I've got it recorded, I just need to edit it. You'll most likely see it sometime in September. I'll be editing it, but it's one of my older videos, so you'll not have any of this set up here, but keep an eye out on that. But in terms of the teaser trailer itself, I'm loving the vibe of this trailer with like Chucky running for president in Washington DC, just calling people dipshits, confirming Jennifer Tilly's going to be returning. So it did crack me up. It was an enjoyable teaser. I did my shorts reaction. I'll post that again somewhere around here. My only thing is, because they also confirmed that it's going to be in DC, Washington DC, which I really hope they will continue and get in New York, because that's where we last saw Chucky and Tiffany and even Nika, who's going after Jennifer Tilly and going after revenge. Like, we saw them in New York, so I was hoping that they stayed there. But it looks like they're going to be staying in Washington DC. My only thing is that based on this teaser trailer, I'm hoping that they're not going for this type of vibe, this type of tone for the show. Like season 1, I really loved the tone that they were going for with the show. Season 2, while I did have fun with it, it definitely stepped up its campy nature. Got that vibes of Seed of Chucky and Bride of Chucky. I'm hoping they move towards the tone of like the Cult of Chucky or the Curse of Chucky, or even the Child's Play, like season 1 similarity. But we'll have to wait and see. But I am really loving the show. What really caught me by surprise is that last we heard before the strikes were going on is that they were still filming this show. So I'm not sure if this is going to be like a half a season this month and then half a season once the strikes are over, because they haven't really confirmed how many episodes are going to be releasing. Now normally with Wikipedia or any other website, it'll break down all the episodes and the release dates, but when I was checking, Wikipedia hasn't updated season 3, and they also never confirmed how many episodes. Like normally it's going to be an 8-episode show, similar with season 1 and season 2, but with this one they didn't release how many episodes are going to be coming out. There was no news from what I could find that they wrapped up filming or anything like that, so I don't know if this is going to be a full season or half a season. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe we'll get more information as the show comes closer to the release date. We'll definitely keep an eye out on it, and I'll also update you if we do ever find out anything. So definitely, again, hit the subscribe button. You don't miss out on these updates. But let me know your thoughts about the teaser trailer. What your thoughts are about it. Are you excited for the show? Have you seen season 1 and 2? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now, in terms of the next trailer here, we've sort of got an update when it comes to the rebelmoon. Basically, we've got confirmation from Zack Snyder here. He sent out a tweet earlier today confirming that he's adding the final touches to the rebelmoon teaser trailer, and it will make its global debut live at Gamescom on Tuesday, August 22nd. So in the next couple of days, we're going to be seeing the first teaser trailer for the rebelmoons. We saw it back in like the Netflix Totem event in April, I believe it was. So we sort of got like a little glimpse of it, but this looks like with the first official trailer. And based on like the pictures that Zack Snyder posted as well, really loving the vibe and the cinematography, the aesthetics of what we're seeing in the picture so far. So I'm really, really pumped. This is a show I've been really excited for. It's got that Star Wars vibe to it. This is going to be coming out in December, so in the next couple of months here by the end of the year. So I'm really pumped for it. Keep an eye out. I'm most likely going to be doing a shorts reaction for the teaser trailer when it does get released, so on Tuesday. So keep an eye out on the channel for that one. But this has got me super pumped for it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you're excited for the rebelmoon project, what your thoughts are about this picture in terms of like the trailer and the images here. And are you excited to watch the trailer? Let me know in the comment section down below. And now for the next news story. This came out pretty much on the Friday of last week. I was going to do a shorts about it, but just life got in the way, so I wasn't able to give my reaction to it. THQ Nordic announced a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Last Ronin video game. It released a teaser trailer with these 4 candles, 3 of them burning out and leaving 1 candle lit, basically referencing the turtle. If you're not aware of it, if you haven't read the comics or haven't seen anything in terms of The Last Ronin, I won't give out anything away in terms of like who the turtle is, but it's focusing on all the turtles have been killed, leaving only 1 turtle remaining. Again, I'm not going to mention which of these 4 turtles it is that is going to be the last Ronin. But I love the Last Ronin story, and I've been wanting it to be adapted into a movie, or now being it based on a video game. I'm so pumped for this. I really cannot wait. You get that more darker tone for the turtles. If you're not happy with the whole campiness of the turtles, this is going for a more dark, mature tone for it. And so they played the teaser trailer, and then we got the first look in terms of the image, basically confirming that the game is still in very early development. But the images themselves, like you see the last Ronin, the turtle, again not giving out who it is, but you see the turtle, he's going to have all the weapons there. So you've got the katana, you've got the bow staff in his back, you see the nunchucks also there, and then you see these what looks like could be more advanced Mouser robots, but I could be wrong. But again, very early in development here. I really am excited for this. I cannot wait. First day purchase this is going to be for me. Again, this came out and this was announced last week, but I can only talk about it right now. But let me know your thoughts about this, what your thoughts are about the trailer, what your thoughts are about this video, what your thoughts are about this picture. If you've read the comics or you've seen anything when it comes to The Last Ronin, are you excited about this? What your thoughts are about this story going to be developed? Please let me know in the comment section down below. Now for the next news story, we've sort of got a kind of an update when it comes to the Beyond the Spider-Verse movie. Now I mentioned this, I believe, 2 weeks ago, where Beyond the Spider-Verse has been delayed by Sony amongst other movies, including Kraven the Hunter, by 1 year, but we won't trail that rabbit hole. But this one we've sort of got like an idea, because it's not just about the writer's strike, it's that they haven't started working on any bit of animation work, but not anywhere near close to like when the release date for March will be. Even like Haley Steinfeld and other actors have come out and say they haven't recorded any new dialogue yet. So we've got an update when it comes to the Beyond the Spider-Verse movie in terms of the release date. We haven't got an actual concrete release date, but we've got confirmation here, and it's coming from Digital Spy, saying here writer producer Phil Lord and Christopher Miller couldn't confirm exactly when we get to see the sequel to the Across the Spider-Verse movie, yet they assured fans it will be released when it's ready. Those conversations are thankfully above our pay grade, but I can tell you we're already hard at work on it and will take the time it takes to make it look great. Miller added also here, what we're trying to accomplish with the film is to have it be the most satisfying conclusion to the story that it can be, and to take it to places that you haven't seen before, make you laugh and cry and cheer and think, he explains. So honestly, I'm pretty happy to hear that. While I don't want to wait too long, like 2027, 2028, like 4 or 5 years from now, I'm glad that they want to take their time, they want to perfect it, because this honestly could potentially be one of the best superhero trilogies that they've done. You have to perfect it, you have to make it great. Across the Spider-Verse so far is my favorite movie of the year, hands down, but I really want them to up their game and just make it a satisfying conclusion and just make it a pure love fest movie where as Spider-Man fans we can just enjoy it. So I'm glad that they're not rushing it. I had a feeling they weren't going to make the release date for March of next year, but I'm just glad that they're taking their time and just doing everything they can to perfect this movie, make this movie great. But like I mentioned, I hope it's not too long of a wait, but we'll have to wait and see. And I'll keep you guys updated whenever we do get more updates. But what are your thoughts about this? When you hear this, are you happy that they're taking their time? Are you worried? Do you want the movie as soon as possible? Please let me know in the comment section down below. Now for the next news story, we've got an update when it comes to Doctor Strange 3 and the plot of what it's going to become here. So this is coming from the Cosmic Circus, confirming here that Doctor Strange 3 is rumored to be adapting the Time Runs Out comics. The film will pick up right where we left off in the Multiverse of Madness, where the Black Priests will be seeking out Doctor Strange to help fix the dying multiverse as a result of the incursions happening all across the timeline. Now when it comes to the actual Time Runs Out comic book, if you're not aware of what it is, don't have an idea of like what it's loosely based on, this is the best overview I can sort of find, just briefly explaining it. It's saying here that the Avengers Time Runs Out is a major Avengers storyline centering around the countdown to the final days of the Marvel Universe. Part of this deals with a confrontation between the Avengers and the Illuminati, who have working towards a battle for a while before this point. The other parts deals with the decay of the multiverse, the main plot point for the new Avengers Volume 3 series. Now, from what I'm reading about, it's going to be taking place between the Avengers Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars, so we're going to be picking up right where the end of Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness ended. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. At the end of the movie, you've got Doctor Strange, and then you've got the character Clea coming in, talking to him about the incursions, taking him to a different dimension. So it looks like when it comes to Doctor Strange 3, is that the two of them are going to be working together to fix the incursions that he occurred because of the whole situation with the Illuminati in Earth 838. So he's looking to get help from the multiversal organization called the Black Priests. So even as we're reading here, so according to our sources, Clea is a member of this organization. The Black Priestess HQ will be in the nothing space of destroyed universes, which exists within the space of 2 dead universes caused by the incursion. And with, I'm guessing because of the whole multiverse saga, even though there's not been much multiverse saga in phase 4 and 5, we've got the whole Council of Kings. We hopefully see what's going to happen in the Loki season 2 show, so hopefully we're going to see more incursions, more timelines getting destroyed, especially with Deadpool 3, that movie coming out. So it looks like this is going to be the catalyst, and this could be what is going to be potentially leading up to like the Secret Wars movie. So while I am pretty excited, even though my excitement level, I'll be honest, with Marvel has died down a little bit, we're getting some exciting news when it comes to this. Now talks are about Sam Raimi maybe returning, or Scott Derrickson returning from Doctor Strange 1, which I really like the direction when it comes to Doctor Strange 2016 movie. We'll have to wait and see. For me, my personal preference, I would like to see Sam Raimi take on full rems, because he basically did it in the middle of everything when it comes to Doctor Strange 2, so we had to incorporate a lot, so it wasn't a lot of his vision. So I'm curious to see what he could do when just taking full reign of the whole movie. But I'm actually pretty curious about this, see how this is going to be developing. Let me know your thoughts about this plot, what your thoughts are about this. Are you excited? Are you nervous? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now for the next news story, like I mentioned, we got the first look at the Godzilla TV series. We got a couple of screenshots coming here. So this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter, confirming that Godzilla roars in the first look at the Apple TV Plus and Legendary Titan series. It's being called Monarch Legacy of Monsters. So before we show the screenshots here, we'll read the synopsis. So it's basically the story of Monarch Legacy of Monsters, will span 3 generations and center on 2 siblings who follow in their father's footsteps to uncover their family's connection to the secret organization known as Monarch, the kaiju tracking group featured in legendary monsterverse films. The siblings' research will eventually lead them to an army officer, Lee Shaw, who is being played by Wyatt Russell, as a young man in the 1950s, and Kurt Russell in the show's present, which is set after the events of 2014's Godzilla. Monarch is threatened by what Shaw knows. The show description reads, "The legacy of monsters will reveal buried secrets and the way that epic earth-shattering events can reverberate through our lives." So as we take a look here, so you've got the first image, which looks like it will be Wyatt Russell. If you're not recognizing who he is, just think of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I'm really happy about that. And then you've got his father, Kurt Russell, who, another MCU connection, playing Ego the Living Planet. So it looks like, I don't know if it's just me, but it looks like he's been digitally de-aged. That could just be me seeing so much visual effects. And then we got a first look at Anna Sawi in the monsters in the show itself. And then obviously the final one, the one that everybody's been excited about, is we got to see Godzilla in this. Now, based on like the plot synopsis, I don't believe we're going to be seeing too much of Godzilla in the show. Now, I'm not sure how many episodes there is going to be, but I just don't think they're going to be showing him in every single episode. Maybe in 3 episodes, 4 episodes, maybe in the first episode and then in the finale, because it looks like it's focusing a lot on like the Monarch aspects and the human characters, which I don't mind as long as they have like a brilliant writing and brilliant storyline and development in terms of the characters, because it looks like we are going to see Wyatt Russell and Kurt Russell as like one person. Obviously we're going to be going back and forth, because as we'll see here, it's saying that Wyatt Russell's going to be playing a young man in the 1950s and Kurt Russell is going to be playing from the show in the present day, so before the events of the Godzilla movie. So I'm really, really curious to see what we're going to see here. Maybe we're going to get more backstory of the Monarch and how it was developed, and again, like secrets being buried, being revealed. If the writing is good for the human characters, I'm not too fussed that Godzilla won't be appearing in every single episode. But so far, I'm really liking what I'm hearing. I'm loving the screenshots so far. This has got me super pumped. It's going to be on Apple TV. So let me know your thoughts about that. So we've got Godzilla -1 coming out later on this year. It's completely separate from the Monsterverse saga. We've got Godzilla X Kong the New Empire coming out next year. We've got this show. So Monsterverse fans, kaiju fans, we are getting a lot of good stuff when it comes to this. We are eating good. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section down below. What your thoughts are about the screenshots, the synopsis. Are you excited? Let me know in the comment section down below. But for the final news story, we move on to some horror news. We've got a couple of updates when it comes to Scream 7. Now, it was either last week or the week before where I mentioned that there's going to be a new director attached to Scream 7 because Radio Silence are no longer a part of the project. So we've got Christopher Landon, who's going to be the one taking charge of Scream 7. And then we looks like we've got an update here. Now this is coming from a lot of like the scoopers here confirming this, or pretty much similar surroundings here. So it's confirming production on the Scream 7, which is going to be titled Blackbird, which obviously isn't going to be the official title of the movie. It's just a title that they're going to use while they're filming. It's going to be reportedly begin filming in the first quarter of 2024 and wrap up from April 19th. So from January of 2024 till April of 2024. And it's confirming that it's going to be continuing in New York City, with filming taking place in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. So towards the east side of me, since I'm in BC. There's a couple of things that we need to take away from this. So first of all, it's going to be taking place again in Montreal, Quebec. Quebec. Between January to April, now being in Canada, the east side when it comes to Ontario and Quebec, so I'm not a weather reporter, I'm not a weatherman, but January time, it's a shit show when it comes to snow throughout the whole of Canada, especially Quebec and Ontario side of things. So filming there in January, you are going to see a lot of snow, so maybe that's going to be integral for the movie itself. The second aspect is that it's going to be continuing in New York, so they're going to have that New York setting similar to Scream 6, which honestly, as I mentioned in my review, and I mentioned it many times, I loved that New York setting. I loved the different dynamic and different way, like that ladder sequence with Ghostface taking on the crew. I really had a fun time with that. The subway, that tense edge of your seat stuff when it comes to the whole subway sequence. It was a really great way to just bring your environment to life with the movie. So I'm happy that they are continuing in New York, and especially with Christmas. Like, you did Halloween in New York, now you could possibly be doing Christmas in New York, so hopefully they really take advantage of that. So I'm not too fussed that it's going to remain in New York. But the other really big thing and the interesting thing is that it's filming in January. Now, obviously, with the strike ongoing, production has like paused on everything. So the two big standouts is going to be Melissa Barrera, who's filming the Dracula movie with Silence Radio. So that was paused. And of course, the big question is Jenna Ortega, with her in the middle of filming Beetlejuice 2 before the strike started and halted all production. And she's also got a film Wednesday season 2, so it's really curious to see. Like, there's a lot of like conflicting reports saying that Jenna Ortega is going to miss the filming and that some casts aren't going to make it because of like filming in January. Because let's say, for example, the strike resolves in September or October, or whenever it does resolve, before, let's say it's done it before December, for example, they have to go back to then filming the product like Beetlejuice 2 and the Dracula movie. So how are they going to work around that? Are they thinking that the strike is going to end in September and then they're going to be able to work on their projects before starting Scream 7 in January? So a lot of like conflicting reports. A lot of people are in the unknown when it comes to like who's going to be returning, who's going to be back, what sort of characters are going to stay. Obviously, talks are having Neve Campbell, Sidney Prescott returning, Matthew Lillard, please come back as Stu. So we really don't know, but this is just sort of like first update. So we know filming is going to take place in January, so we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, we have to really keep an eye out on the strikes to see what's going to happen, but we'll definitely be keeping everybody in the loop once we do find out. So of course, you people will always be the first to know. You might hear it from somebody else, but you'll always know on the weekly entertainment news video, either Friday or Saturday. So appreciate all the support and appreciate all the subscribers sticking around for the weekly entertainment news video. But let me know your thoughts about this. What your thoughts are about them continuing in New York, your thoughts are about them filming in January, your thoughts are about who's going to be returning, who's going to be disappearing. Please let me know all of that in the comment section down below. But that about wraps it up for this week's weekly entertainment news video. So I want to know your thoughts about everything down below, and definitely curious to hear everybody's thoughts on all of this. But I want to thank everybody so much for watching. Thank you all so much for the continuous support here. I have got a Twitter, link is in the description down below, so if you want to go ahead, follow me on there. You'll know whenever I do post, you'll know my thoughts on everything that does get announced. So Twitter is in the description down below. Again, if you are new and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on these videos. Hit the like button so I know that you are liking these types of videos. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. This is YK Reviews from Captain Rex and I. Peace.